What's up, everybody? It's your boy Coach T with Chicago Bears 360. Listen, I'm a little bit out of practice. I haven't been around for the last couple of shows. Had some stuff to do yesterday. I actually attended a Georgia high school state championship game yesterday. Shout out to the Stockbridge Tigers. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish it out and get the job done. But shout out to my guy, Coach Clark over at Stockbridge High School. Phenomenal season. I think they went 12-3 on the season. Made a state title run for the first time in the program's history. It's been a number of years. But either way, we got a great show for you today. Listen, we're going to get into some film breakdown of Lions at Bears this past Sunday. And some of you might be surprised. You know what I'm saying? I had a pretty good positive outlook on this film. So listen, stick around. We're going to talk about that so much. Oh, also I got to do some housekeeping for the show. And then also, you know what I'm saying, rules of engagement or how you really come at Coach T. I got to do some house cleaning. So y'all hang out for a bit and let's get to it, man. Let's have some fun. You know how we do it. Cue the intro, maestro. Let's go. As soon as I find the video. Contra.
Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence. On the road to them Benjis, I fill my teeth with diamonds. I'm high as fuck in the sky, you would've thought I'm pilot. I'm from Chicago, it get ugly, fill the streets with violence. Life like chess, move to pieces, you know I roll in silence.
Past, present, future. We bear down.
And just like that, we back. Sometimes, man, I forget I have to commentate the show and produce the show at the same time. But it's no problem. We're getting used to it, man. Welcome back to the show at Chicago Bears 360 with Coach T. This is on Tuesday. I forget what date it is, what the date is. It doesn't matter, man. We're going to get into Coach T's playbooks today. But before I get into that, man, I got to do some real fast rules of engagement and housekeeping, man, for myself personally and for the show, man, because a lot of y'all out here on Twitter land, Bears, Twitter lands, got it messed up, man. Like, I won't get at your head or either use my platform to get on your head or I might get on your head in Twitter land, man. This is what I have to decide, bro. Because I like to keep it fun on the show. I like to keep it fun on Twitter. But this is what I need to let y'all know about the rules of engagement for myself and my show and so on and so forth, whatever have you. This is the rules of engagement. Listen, I am directing everybody on Bears Twitter at X to my show. You know what I'm saying? If you want to debate, you're going to have to come to the comment section on my show, especially if I don't rock with you. Meaning, if you're not a subscriber to the show or a regular on the show, then I'm not going to debate with you on Twitter. I don't have time. I got a full-time job. I got a family. I got a lot of important shit to do. And if I do want to get some tweets off on Twitter on my own time at my own luxury, guess what? I'm going to do such, right? But I'm not going to engage in one-on-one debates or DM debates. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get to come and have a personal debate with Coach T and then come to find out some of these same people that want to have a one-on-one debate on Twitter, they're not even subscribed to the show. So what is the reward for me and my time to debate with you on Twitter? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not your average cat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the company that pays me for my day job pays me handsomely for my time. So if you want to have a personal one-on-one debate, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me know. Shop me a cash app or something like that. Because if you can afford at least $70 an hour, I would be glad to have a hour-long debate in exchange for you, because then you would be competing with my employer. But I just don't have the time to waste. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I do on Twitter is about aiming and directing people to the show. Now, this is what I will say. If you're a subscriber to the show, and shout out to the field soldiers. If you're a field soldier, then by all means, I engage my soldiers and my people on Twitter because I feel obligated to. You guys support the show. You guys spend your time hanging out with me. you're a part of the gang, you're a part of the club, then I'll engage my people. But if you just, you know what I'm saying, say I'm nobody and I don't know who the F you is, and I know that's not proper English, then guess what? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to ignore you. So I just wanted to say that because people, you know what I'm saying, they get it mixed up. Like they feel like they're entitled to your time or entitled to a debate because you may or may not have a social media presence or they look up to you as whatever the case may be. I think a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, people that do this, social media, DIY social media, they become easy targets for the fans' angst and anger and anxiety. And so they feel like, oh, this is somebody that I can go after because I have access to them or whatever. It's not going to happen out here because 9 times out of 10, I will cuss you out. Like, y'all seen my rant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get at your neck. I'm just letting y'all know so you're not surprised and don't all butt hurt and be like, Coach T's an asshole. Guess what? I might be an asshole, but I'm not the whole ass. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I told you what the rules of engagement were. If you violate, then live with the consequences. Either way, let's get back to it because I got to do that. I got to do that every once in a while because, again, this is for me. At the end of the day, this is for me. I had to take care of little house rules, but check this out. I got to give a shout out to all the field soldiers, all of you that subscribe to the channel over the past 2.5, going on 2 seasons. Let's call it 2 seasons. Shout out to y'all, man, because guess what? Y'all don't think ones that make this thing right. Y'all the ones that make this thing roll. You know what I'm saying? You guys keep coming back, show after show, week after week. You know what I'm saying? Spreading the word, getting that good word out there. And you rocking with what I do. That's end of the day, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people come for the X's those breakdowns. A lot of people come, I don't know, for the entertainment. I don't know what it is, man, but I am happy to have you be part of the show. Now, let's get into it. Let's get into it before we get into the film work because I know we're still having a lot of, you know what I'm saying, Justin Fields debate, you know what I'm saying, about is he the guy, isn't he the guy? Of course, the fan base is going crazy on X, Twitter, you know what I'm saying? And I believe based on the survey I did a few months ago now, that the fan base is about split like 60-40 on Justin Fields, right? 60% in favor, 40% uh, are detractors. You know what I'm saying? I won't call them haters because I've had an opportunity to observe the language of a lot of these people, right, over the last couple months, right? And my major take has been this on the 40%, right? The 40% of people that others would call Justin Fields haters don't necessarily have the language or the cognition to be able to articulate what it is about Justin that they don't like, right? And I've come up with a premise, I've come up with a conclusion, if you will, about the 40%. And I've said this a few times on Twitter, and I'm going to repeat it on the show because I really believe it more than ever. It's not that they don't like Justin Fields as a quarterback. They don't like the play style. They don't like the play style of Justin Fields because the NFL is evolving. The NFL is in a transition. And especially for Chicago Bears fans who've never had, quote unquote, the old standard of a modern day quarterback, right, in its franchise history, other than Jay Cutler, I would say that was somewhat successful. Okay, he holds pretty much all the passing numbers in Chicago and all that other stuff. That's the closest example they've had, right? But while Chicago is trying to grasp for straws in terms of obtaining this quarterback, this franchise quarterback, the NFL is evolving away from the stereotypical and prototype quarterback at the same time. So I drew the analogy before about us as Bears fans looking to buy the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 15 is already coming out. And we acting like the 10 is the new thing. It's the new craze. Like we're always behind in Chicago, whether it's the Chicago institutionalized media, the fan base. And yes, I'm going to say it probably come off as disrespectful to some people that I don't give a damn. Some of the city behind, like the world will be moving this way, and people, your mentality is stuck in yesterday, last a year, and everything else. Stay up with the times, stay up with the culture, stay up with things. What's hot? What's the language? Like, I'm not one of those people to get stuck in traditions and camp out any place. I'm all up, especially when it comes to football. I like to be on the cutting edge of what's happening with the game so I can stay in the breast with the languages, the concepts, and all that other stuff. But Cam Newton said something real interesting a couple weeks ago that I want to play back for you guys. And it's going to be a conversation starter. And some people tried to already dismiss this take, but I'm going to ride on it anyway because it explains why the 40s, why the 40%, and I'm going to logically tie it together for you. And y'all can be dismissive or you can practice cognitive dissonance all you want, but it's going to logically tie to you together why you think the way you do. So I'm going to let this video roll and we're going to come back to it. Hang on one second.
This is the narrative of, and I was kind of judged on this principle.
Yeah.
People who think they know football or sports, Peyton Manning did this league a disservice, right?
Okay.
By having 350 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, the Brett Favres of the world, All right, here comes Michael Vick. Here comes a Cam Newton. Here comes Steve Young, right? Here comes these athletic quarterbacks that we're going to get the yards elsewhere, all right? So a typical winning stat line for Cam Newton is this: 208, 215 yards passing, another 80 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, either passing or running, and 3 touchdowns in total. Altogether, that's upwards of 300 yards in total offense. Not only that, it's controlling the clock, and that gives there's chunk plays in there, but it's not the prototypical way we're used to seeing yards being made, right? Now, when you see Justin last night, right, he went 10 for 10, but he probably had 42 yards in those 10 passes.
Yeah.
It's confidence builders. Now you're throwing the ball out on smoke screens. You're throwing the ball out on bubble screens. You're throwing the screens. You're throwing this. You're throwing that.
So Cam made the point. It's a longer clip, but Cam made the point that I was trying to make, or I've been trying to somewhat articulate for a while now. He said, here comes the Cam Newtons, Steve Youngs, the Michael Vicks. But add to the equations the Jalen Hurts, the Lamar Jacksons, right? The Josh Allens, if you will, right? The high school game, the college game, and the NFL game, whether you guys like it or not, is evolving, right? It's evolving away from the pocket style quarterbacks. NFL teams, college teams are starting to recruit defensive linemen who can, number one, push the pocket up the middle and collapse the pocket from the middle. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to erase the pocket altogether and to get quarterbacks to be more mobile and to get them from being settled. Why? You can thank people like Tom Brady. You can thank people like Aaron Rodgers, who have made a living by sitting in the pocket and picking people apart. That's nothing different than any other concept or scheme or strategy in football that's ever been, right? It's ever been. If you do something in any league, high school, college, pros, you got some, smart defensive coordinator that's out there that's going to try to remove that ability from you. He's going to try and take that away from you. And so as we evolve as a sport, because the sport is not meant to last and be built on uh, a singular guy, you know what I'm saying? One guy out of 53-man roster or one guy out of 11 on that side of the ball just being protected out there for the sake of protecting him so he can throw up numbers so you can have a great fantasy day or you can have great betting numbers or however people use stats, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you use it just to feel good about yourself, but it's not it's football. It's a physical sport. And guess what? Quarterbacks are athletes. They're part of the athlete chain. They are football players first, right? They're not to be like, you know what I'm saying, prima donna protected and all that. And me, for one, as a football purist, I'm excited for the evolution of the game because I've never, as a defensive player myself, I never liked quarterbacks for that very reason. I never liked them for that very reason. Oh, you get treated special because you sit behind five guys, six guys, seven guys that protect you, and you get to walk around the school or the campus and be a prima donna for what? You're on the field, you're supposed to be grinding like everybody else. So you're an athlete just like everybody else. So guess what? You should be tackled, you should have to block, you should have to run, you should have to throw. Like we've ingrained in our mindset that these guys are such, you know what I'm saying? They're demigods to the point that we can't even evolve past or evolve with the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's enough for a lot of these people. It's not that they're they hate Justin Fields. They're attached to an old paradigm. They're attached to a dying breed of quarterback that's coming out. That's probably in 5 or 10 years it'll be the norm. A kid coming out, a kid that's probably a toddler right now won't even know a time. He'll look back at a pocket quarterback and be like, "What the hell is that? Why is he standing so still?" You know what I'm saying? So it's not that they hate Justin Fields. They hate the style of play. They hate the fact that it's not 350 all the time, 400, 4 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It's this is why I don't like stats. This is why I don't major. And it's not on like stats. It's like why I don't major in stat boy, being a stat boy. You know what I'm saying? Like coaches a lot of times loathe that stuff because out of context, it can make football just watered down. And you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna do that to me, you might as well water the game down to wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the score was this, the score was that. Giving John Madden takes, if you will, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? John would give takes like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Here's my analysis of the game, Jim. Whoever scores the most points are going to win the game. Thank you, John. We really needed that. I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? Like if we just boil it down to numbers and stats, you know what I'm saying? But let's for us strategic thinkers, right? For us, the people that like the gamesmanship of it, you don't have to be a schematics, nuance, guru, but the pull and tug, the back and forth. You know what I'm saying? The strategy of the game. You know what I'm saying? Running and tackling. You know what I'm saying? 8-man boxes, 7-man boxes. You know what I'm saying? Cover 3 versus 11 personnel. The strategy of the game, it's more nuanced than that. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at the 40%. I'm just giving you language so you can say how you really feel. Because when I address that group with this piece of it, they're like, damn, coach. They really don't want to admit I'm right, but they like, damn, and think about it. And those that have integrity say, yeah, you're right. Like, it's not my preferred style of quarterback. Now, you need to do the introspection, if you will, and ask yourself why. You asking yourself why, and I'll answer for you because that's all you've ever seen. It's all you've ever seen. It's all you're used to. It's all the league and the fans have ever valued. It's what you place value on individually. You know what I'm saying? See, I can look at the game and I can value what a Mike Vick brings to the table. I can value what a Rundle Cunningham brings to the table because guess what? These are the best athletes in the world, and you're out here making them look like fools and gaining yards. Now, the other argument is, Well, none of these quarterbacks have ever won a Super Bowl. And I would beg to differ. Steve Young won a Super Bowl. He was not a primary running guy, but if you go back and watch Steve Young tape, Steve Young made some dudes look stupid out there as a runner. And guess what? That's what makes history so special. That's what makes these things so special. It's only not a thing until somebody does it. As soon as somebody does it and a small kid watches and sees that, they're going to be like, I want to emulate that. That's what make these big moments in history special, right? And you'll see a kid, you'll see it happen. Oh, he broke this barrier, the first whatever. He first player in the Super Bowl to run for 200 yards. That would make it special. Or to run for 300 yards or whatever the case may be. But we just don't like it because it's not what we're used to it. But I challenge you to readjust your paradigms, man. Like, don't be stuck on the old or stay stuck on it. I don't care. But it was just simple explanation to you. This is what I think of. That's why I don't really I don't have a problem with people to say what they say. But that's my monologue on that. We're gonna get to this film. How y'all feeling out there, Chicago Bears fans? The Bears beat the Lions on Sunday, 28-13. The defense had a great performance. I'm going to start with the defense because I'm going to get to the offense via the tape in a minute. But Matt Eberflus continues to dial it up. Him and Phil Snow. Matt Eberflus does Phil Snow. I'm not going to take nothing away from Coach Flus because guess what? He had to bring the guy in, realizing he need help. If he's back there writing the script for him and Flus is back there calling it somewhere, what? Just like he's responsible for when we was leaving, we was losing. He has some play into when we was winning. But either way, the defense is dialed in. We're starting to get, I think we had 3 or 4 sacks on Sunday. Pressure is coming up front, and it's leading to big plays and turnovers on the back end, which we love to see. More importantly, you know what I'm saying? We exercise a demon in the division leader, Detroit Lions, and actually finish the job that we didn't do 3 weeks ago in Detroit. And I don't know if you guys got anybody to got a chance to check out the St. Brown's podcast, but as Equinemius said to his brother, we got y'all. We in y'all head. We basically told his brother, we own y'all. Y'all don't want to see us in the playoffs. That could potentially happen if we run the table. Like if we run the table, there's a potential that we'll have to see Detroit for a third game. And let me tell you something about football. No player likes doing that. No player likes seeing the same team for a third time in the same season. It's hard to get up for the game, especially if you were the loser of the last one. So, like Big EQ told his brother, y'all don't want the smoke, buddy. We basically in y'all head. You know what I'm saying? We own y'all. And shout out to Big EQ. Now, for the offensive end, y'all know what I got for you tonight, man. Let me cue it up. I gotta do the intro. Let me see. What I'm gonna do first. Matter of fact, let me do this. No, I'll do it at the end of the show. I'll do the shouts out in the end of the show. Let me cue it for today because we got to do this. We got to do this thing right here, man. Let me take you off. Take it offline.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket? You remember that fool in the wheelchair? How you think he got there?
That's what's up. We back. It's Coach T's playbook. We're going to get into it today. Hey, if my volume starts going down, it's because, you know what I'm saying, I'm moving around too much. And it just goes down on its own. It's rubbing and it's going down. So y'all yell at me in the chat if it starts to go down too much. Anyway, listen, man, y'all know what it goes down. Let's get into this tape, bro, because you know what I'm saying? I might have some surprising takes for y'all related to it. Now, I didn't get a chance to go through all of it on my own, as I always don't. That's why I started doing the breakdown, because y'all can see the live reaction sometimes of what we got going on over here. So I'm gonna do the first 15 plays, and we'll see how it goes from there, right? But the tape that I did see Man, and y'all know a lot of my takes are about Luke Getsy, blah blah blah, et cetera, et cetera. But we're gonna get through it, and I'm probably gonna have a few nice surprises for you from this tape. Now, remember, before we get into this tape, my main criticism of Luke Getsy, the number one criticism is about the style of play and personnel usage, right? Forget about the overall play design, right? Right now. But the number one thing is the style of play and the use of personnel, right? And we said throughout the season that the what fits this team better. And it's not a Justin Fields take. It's a what fits the team better, the personnel better that we have is that you run primarily 12, 13, 21, 22 personnel, right? And to back that statement up, to back that take up is I was saying the same thing when we played Tyson Bagent, right? What fits your team better, what fits your personnel better is that you play with 12 plus personnel, right? And that's the main kind of like gripe with him, right? Because that style of play helps us establish an identity and makes us a more physical style football team, right? Now, the second criticism I would say is, you know what I'm saying, the use of his route concepts and you know what I'm saying, the route concepts not drawing good windows for the quarterback's eyes with his route concepts, right? You can have detractors out there. They can throw up individual clips. Even your boy JT O'Sullivan, who I know he does his film breakdowns and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Chase Daniels does, Tim Jennings does, and all this other stuff. But you never hear them talk about. You hear them talk about progressions, right? And you hear them talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, right? I've never heard him necessarily say you go, progressions are left to right, right to left, top to bottom, bottom to top, right? But also never heard him talk about drawing or making a nice window for your quarterback, right? So if you're reading, in y'all's cases, y'all going to be looking at this. If you're reading right to left, right, every route should come to your window. Your eye shouldn't have to chase the route, if that makes sense. Your eyes shouldn't have to chase the route. The route should come within your window, and you should be able to smoothly move your head from left to right, and your route should be succinct. They should come together, right? So that was the second main criticism I had for Luke Getsy. I just wanted to point it out before we got into this tape because I want y'all to see if any of those things were rectified during this game. Right, so 1st and 10, first series. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Personnel wise, we got 11 personnel gun. No surprise. We got we got a doubles or stacked look out of what I call a loose spread gun formation. Right, I would call this loose spread gun stacks. Right, versus cover two. Two high look. I'm gonna call this. It may be 2-man, it may be 2-zone. I'm gonna go with 2-man before the snap of the ball. It's no big deal if I'm wrong or not in this situation. I'm just giving you something to look at. All right. We got big on big. We had a guy in motion. First play of the game, we're going with a zone read. I don't know if it was a true zone read or not, or if it was just. If it's zone read, watch this guy. I don't know who he would be reading right here. So if he didn't block this guy right here, then I would expect this to be the read guy. Yeah, that's kind of quirky. But y'all heard me talk about during the last game, us running zone read on first down. I'm not a lover of it. I like zone read on third down, third and short. You know what I'm saying? Inside the 10-yard line, specialty plays or something like that. I don't like majoring in minors as a play caller. That's just a personal thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Each coordinator is different. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I don't want to belch in y'all's ear. What we got right here? That's Tunyon. Is it 12 personnel? Now we're going a little bit bigger. 12 personnel. We're going a little bit bigger right here. Still out of gun. We got Tunyon out here on the perimeter in motion. I believe that was just a simple check down. Nothing really crazy right there. Single high safety. Probably this guy was pressed up. This guy's bailing. Probably cover 3, right? Cover 3. You really want to compromise all the mud and mess up in here, right? And there's a great example of that later on, right? But you gotta get these guys messed up. Or you can get these guys messed up, but you really have your problems right here because they muddy things up in the middle of the field, right? So how do we attack this thing? Anything open? You may have this guy coming late, open, but it's early in the game. You want to get some easy completions. It's a net gain. All right, cool. I'll take it. So he's 1 for 1 right now, Justin is. Here we go. What's the personnel grouping? We going empty right here, right? We just motioning empty. I'm assuming 5-man protection. Anytime you see empty, assume 5-man protection, obviously. And then you also assume the ball has to come out fast. So do you have the personnel in there that they can threaten the deep parts of the field and something short? And that's going to tell you whether the cornerback respects it or not. These cornerbacks, like we talked about in the Minnesota game, if this Corey Blasingame versus a starting corner, he's not going to respect the deep shot right here, right? So, and the Lions is in too high safety look. So they have the outer, outer thirds covered. So either way versus empty formation versus a too high look, I still expect the ball to come out quick. I don't remember this play, but we'll figure it out. It might be quarters, half, not this guy shift over here, but we'll see. All right. Y'all see anybody open? You might say this guy right here, but we're going to check the progression in a minute. And Justin is out of there. All right, let's take a step back. Let's check the progression on that one. Let's check the progression on that one. Let's check the progression on that last play. Let me see. This is where we motion empty. Let's see if we motion empty right here. Here we go. Check his eyes. See, this is the other thing. The people that post up one clips of Justin, oh, yeah, this guy at the bottom of the screen was wide open. They're not going to check progressions, right? They're not going to do the detailed work and check the progression. What was the progression? Was it right to left, left to right, high to low, low to high? What was the progression? If his eyes are over there, goes towards Mooney first, then he didn't pull the trigger. He missed. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want you to chalk it up, though, too. I want you to count the number of passes, attempts, and then I want you to give him a 10% discount, too, because you're going to miss 2 or 3 throws. But check the eyes first at the snap of the ball. See if he goes low. He's looking right. He's looking to his left first, right? That lets you know where the progression is going to. It's either going left to right or it's going high to low, right? But he's looking left first. So that lets you know that route over there that seemingly is open is not a primary route in the progression. 5 receiver sets is probably 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably the last read here. Now I think he probably had an opportunity when he reset the pocket right here. He probably had an opportunity to go to it right then when he reset the pocket here, right? I think if we matched it up screen for screen, it probably was open, but that's just how football goes, man. You play ball, and again, when you got the ability, God gave it to you, you use it, man, at the end of the day. But, you know what I'm saying, people that don't and won't do the work or can't do the work, they'll say you making excuses for them. But here it is. We doing it live on the program. All right, next play. See, it's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard for me. I'll say it that way. We got a trips look with the outside receiver tight and the pistol look. You know what I'm saying? I think it's still 11 personnel, but I like the pistol look. I like the pistol look. If we're going to be in gun, I like this pistol look with the quarterback and the running back aligned because these guys get nervous when they see any kind of I formation. It's almost like formation PTSD, right? You know what I'm saying? Anytime you line up a running back behind a quarterback, they have to think run first for whatever reason, and they'll start hopping and creeping up towards the line of scrimmage. And you give yourself a little bit of a spacing advantage. Boot off the outside zone. I like to play. I like to play, Luke. And this, when Luke gets like this right here, man, when Luke start doing stuff like this, it's so many options. It's so many options off of this play that you can run. This is why I like when we're under center more. This is why I like pistol formations more. Because the number of plays that you can run out of this, there is so many contingency plays out of this versus just a straight drop back. A straight drop back or just throwing the ball over the park is parking lot football. The strategy comes into play when you play like this, and he could have handed this ball off on another play. He has the boot action, and then there's the counter play that he has. Or he, God forbid, has a screen or something out here. Don't let me mention that. Right? I'm showing it again because I like the play. I like the play because it has contingencies off of it. You can hand this ball, you can flip it. Look, I can see 4 plays off of this one play. And this is what I'm talking about with Luke. You can flip this ball forward for the jet sweep. You can run the ball. You can boot off of it. You could do so many things out of this formation other than just stand there like a statue and throw the ball. And this is where I talk about football evolving right here, where it gets more complex, it gets more eye candy and window dressing. And you know what I'm saying? Did you see that fake here? Did you see that? I didn't even know where the ball was. My eyes couldn't follow it. It's so many plays you can run off of this. You could have flipped it forward. You could have gave it right there. But no, you chose to go with the boot. You got guys coming on crossers and drags and outs. Now you're giving these guys, these defenders have a lot. The defenders have to think about all the plays I just called out. Boom. Had DJ right there. Got a guy sitting on top. Got a guy sitting underneath. You got a guy sitting on top. Might feel like that's bracketed. Okay, let's go with the less risky play right here. Let's get it out the cold and let them fall forward to about forward for about 5 yards. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Here we go. Another pistol look. So I'm already excited, but I'm going to tell you what I'm really excited about right now here is 18 there and 85 right there. Not only is a pistol look, it's a pistol out of 12 personnel. The formation is even. You got the same number of people to this side of the ball as you have of this ball. Now, what is the strength up for the defense? What's the strength call for the defense? When you have even numbers on each side of the ball, the defense has to decide what's the strength call. Usually the strength call is to the wide side, to what we call the field. The field is the largest distance from the ball to the out of bounds line, right? The boundary is from the shortest side of the field, right? Usually when the field is even, they call the strength to the wide side of the field because you got more real estate to work with over here, right? So Detroit chooses to go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I will say 6. So they might have a left call on, right? Instead, it might be a Larry or Lion or whatever you use to symbolize L, they would have a call on to make sure they have their gap assignment filled. But I like us in this stuff because it's usually results in net positive plays for us. I don't remember the play. Let's see what happens. Y'all see why I like it. See why I like it. It's a style. Styles make fights. I didn't remember that play. I just like the formation. I like it when we in this stuff. Here we go. Back at it again in pistol formation. And this is when I started getting excited when I started seeing the film the first time. I started getting excited because Luke, you just gassed him. You just gassed him for a great gain. And y'all heard what Rex Ryan, the quote I stole from Rex Ryan last week is the rule is 4 more, we run it again. 4 more, we run it again. It's not a hard pick on my call sheet as a play caller. If I just got 10 yards on the play, reload. In my offense, I say reload. Reload means run it again. Reload, reload, reload. Line up and run it again. Let's see what Luke does right here. Hey, I got to give him his props, man. Listen, people that say I'm hard on Luke Getsy, listen, I am hard on him. Watch this. The reason why I'm giving him his props is this. I get excited about this stuff. Pistol formation, even formation. Watch this. I'm going to show you both of those plays consecutive. You gas him on one play. Now you run your contingency play off of that play. You come right back. This is telling a good story. This is what I'm talking about when I say you got to tell a good story. They run them and gas him through the middle on the first play. Now you show them the same formation, same looks, 1,000 different outcomes. This is the same formation, but watch the outcome. It's the same play. Oh, caught you looking. Caught you with your pants down. That's football right there. That's calling football right there. Shout out to Luke. That's how you do it, Luke. Damn it. Here we go. 11 personnel. 11 personnel out of gun. Let's see if he can keep it going. We got a little flea motion. Little flea motion. What I call a flea motion. A fly is if he comes all the way across the field. Flea motion is short inside motion. Flea motion. Little mesh, quick mesh. Justin, get busy. You got to secure that ball, my boy. I don't know what we got to do. We got to put some stickum on it or what? Flea motion versus 6-man protection. Right? I don't know how many they sent. They sent 5, right? They sent 5. Do a little twist and stun in here. Let's see if we had anybody, though. He's probably not trusting this right here to not get picked off. I didn't tell y'all the coverage, did I? So too high look. These guys staring in is probably cover 2 zone. So you definitely not throwing this versus cover 2 zone. And with this look, you would expect this coming in here to be open. If it was something coming in here, it would be open, right? So what you want to do is put these guys and these guys in conflict. So run an underneath route to get them to come up. And I would have liked to seen DJ to attack in between the safeties right there. So come. My kids always want to call me when I'm doing the show. Come here and give him a little stutter. Boom, back to the inside. Come in and give him some head work and boom, cut back in, offer him to the middle. And what you do is you'll have these guys in conflict. You got this guy coming across, right, to bring the line behind him on some kind of post route. Maybe it'll work, but I'm not being too hard. It's nothing there. Also, I remember this play. I would like Tyler to sit down. I like Tyler Scott to sit down. You know you got 6-man protection on. You know what I'm saying? If you know, let me take this step. Let me take it back. Let me take it back. Right? This is why you got to be aware of the whole field as a wide receiver. If this guy blitzes, you got to be able to see that the whole field as a wide receiver. If this guy's coming, your back can pick him up. But as a wide receiver, somebody who has a short route, whoever has the short route has to sit down, right? Because this guy's not the hot read no more. You got to become a hot read. So you got to sit down. And that comes with experience, though. See, if Tyler sits down right there, easy completion. So it's the whole team, guys. Like it's just not. That's what people like. Oh, you make an excuse for just okay. Say what the fuck you want to say. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do better with cussing. But cover 2 zone. This is covered. He has this out third. If you give him a head nod and bust it back in here, the route was a post. You can get him there. But it's the whole team working together. You got to notice that blitz coming that hot, and you become the hot route. Sit down low, get you an easy reception, turn around, get you 4 or 5 yards, and we keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? What was the point of sitting down on the hash versus sitting down there? But either way, we fumbled the ball. We didn't get a turnover, fortunately. But there you have it. Hopefully that made sense. I know I just said a lot right there, but I would like to see him sit down right here. Now, here's a touchdown play. Classic pin and pull. You already got them out leverage right here, right? Through the motion already, you got them out leverage right here. This is going to be basically pin and pull. You got a great blocker and RJ right here. He's going to pin, get your tackle to pull, get everybody to block inside, and then your tackle gets one-on-one with a corner, and it's a touchdown. Great play design, great call. I'm not taking nothing away from him. You see the pin right there? Pin, pull. There's nothing they can do with that. Nothing they can do with that. Touchdown. Boom. Let me get back to the show. Let me get to the comments. See what y'all talking about, man. I probably talk Coach T crazy. What is he talking about? He don't know what he talking about, man. Bye. Let me see what y'all talking about, man. Let me do a little DM. Down in the DMs intro.
Did you get like some crazy DMs or what?
Very.
Surprises or no?
You're talking like blue check marks?
Yeah, like
people who be sliding and I'm like, wow, y'all fuck with me like that.
Anyway, I'm back here acting crazy in the background, having fun with the film work, man. What y'all talking about in the chat, man? Shout out to y'all. How many we got in here? 37. Did we break the record? Did we break the new record? Did we get over 40? 40? Y'all help me get over 40, man. Run them likes up. I think the new record is 40. While I give some shout outs, answer some questions, or show up some comments while we in here, whatever. Welcome to the DM section. The Shy, welcome to the show, my guy. Thanks for back. Shout out to AC, welcome back. Call Jay Sanders and get your money right. Have you ever been to Atlanta and you heard the radio commercials that come on for insurance? It's a lawyer here by the name of Jay Sanders, and that's how the jingle goes. Call Jay Sanders and get your money right. I've never been much of a singer. SunTrust 9, what up, my guy? I see you. Got them hater blockers on, man. You need them. I need to get me some hater blockers on this show. That's 40. I saw it for a hot second. That was 40. I think that's the number. Largest number I've seen in the shadow part of the show. Squeegee. What up, my guy? CS Cornelius Sales. Jay Sanders Torture. He giving shots out to everybody in the chat. It's the usual band in here. I'm going for some new names right here. Cobley Lanier. Shout out to you, my guy. He said, I missed the halftime show, but I saw you was hot about Getsy. Nah, I was actually hot about somebody's Justin Fields take, actually. Me and Danny were both fuming because it was like, bro, we're having a good game, bro. Justin was having a decent game, and all in all, he had a decent game versus Detroit. You know what I'm saying? He missed some throws. He sailed one big one, He missed a couple of other throws, but he had a decent game. But as you're going to see as I get through the tape, you know what I'm saying? I think when he has a decent game and he has a decent game, and he plays our style of football, when they're on the same level, even Justin doesn't have to have a great game, but if Justin has and does what he does, but Gessie has a decent game, which is this was good, this was decent to good for Gessie. When Gessie has a good to decent to good game, you see the result is always going to be net positive for the football team. And I think we're competitive against most, if not all, football teams when your boy shows up. And y'all seen the first drive right there. That's the stuff I've been talking about. And I'm not killing them. That was, you know what I'm saying? What up, Eric, man? Thanks for hanging out with us, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you appreciating me putting in the detail work, man. That's what we're trying to do. By the way, man, we're going to have Barleysmo on the program this coming up Thursday. Y'all tap in because y'all know how Barleysmo get down with the X's and O's, and I get down with the X's and O's. Y'all know this is finna be an X's and O's bonanza. It's finna be an X's and O's gumbo. It's finna be, you know what I'm saying? We might have some takes we disagree on, some approaches to the game that we might disagree on from a schematic standpoint, but I'm excited to have him. Like we can get it into it, right? My man King, what up, yo? I see you, man. I appreciate you tapping in. Did I say hi to AC? Shout out to you, my guy. I appreciate you, man. We got the usual suspects in here, man. Everybody holding it down. These are the soldiers, bro. I appreciate y'all. What you talking about, Kobe? Nah, coach. Lesson. LaShawn McCoy and Joy Taylor, big time haters. That boy said he not a starter yesterday. All they do is bring up his record without. That's why I tell y'all, bro. Y'all pay attention who to look to, who to listen to. You know what I'm saying? They can talk that noise all they want to. Like, but here's the other thing, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Somebody reached out to me, somebody tagged me or quote tweeted me on Twitter today. He was like, for all the Justin Fields defenders, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read his quote. I ain't gonna put his quote on his tweet on the screen. But I want to find this one because I don't want to misquote it. Right? But he was like, man, for all you defenders of Justin Fields or whatever, something about being elite. And I was like, bro, when here he is. For Bears fans and other people who think Justin Fields is going to be an elite quarterback, pause, stop right there. And I was like, no need to read any further because you've never heard Coach T said that Justin was going to be elite. This is y'all projecting. This is y'all projecting because you guys are so busy looking over the fence at Caleb Williams and you're listening to the talking head GMs that overhype quarterbacks every year. And that's why these quarterbacks come out and they drafted high. They ended up flopping because y'all listen to the same people every year after year after year, and be like, oh, he's a generational talent. You're projecting on me in this case because you quote tweeted me and said all you people that says he's going to be elite. I've never said Justin was going to be elite. Not once. You guys assigned elite to him. You guys are comparing him to a fictitious generational talent. I've never done that. I said there's a window there. He can be decent. He can be good. He can scratch just below the level of greatness. He can become great. Here's the thing, though. The person that has the top passing numbers in Chicago is Jay Cutler. But he holds pretty much all of the records in Chicago. Justin Fields can surpass Jay Cutler as a passer, as a quarterback, stat wise. You know what I'm saying? He definitely can supplant his numbers rushing wise from the quarterback position, but he can potentially supplant him as the top passer in Chicago Bears history if he keeps up this pace. That's a real achievable benchmark, if you will, a milestone, if you will. That's realistic, but You know what I'm saying? When we have questions about and discussions about Justin Fields, I again, when you're talking to 40%, he has to be elite or bust. He has to be Patrick Mahomes or bust. You know what I'm saying? Forget the talks about Peyton Manning doing us a disservice. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun, you know what I'm saying? That whole I believe Patrick Mahomes and us drafting Mitch Trubisky over Patrick Mahomes really gave Bears fans PTSD. Cause y'all can't let it go, man. It's okay, bro. Let it go. Julian Parker said pocket passes are generally immobile, not usually by choice. Yeah, I agree with you. Not by choice. And if you go down the injury list of injured quarterbacks in the league right now, quarterback injury list. I Googled this the other day. That's where I was trying to. It's easy for me to find. As soon as I type I into the chat, it came up. Y'all know who's all injured right now. Joe Burrow's out for the season. Who else? Uh Herbert's out for the season. Who else? Your boy Kirk Cousins is out for the season. Who else? And somebody said, I brought this up in the spaces of it. They say, well, they're out because they tried to run. Well, no shit. They tried to do what they're not conditioned to do. They tried to do something that's not in their capabilities, not in their toolbox. So why would I deliberately choose to have somebody that doesn't have that capability in their toolbox? Because when they try to do it, Aaron Rodgers, they're going to pop Achilles because they're not athletes. I'm sorry. That's controversial because you're a quarterback, because we've set a precedence that I'm not saying you're not an athlete. Obviously you're an athlete, but what I'm saying is we set a precedence where we say all you got to do is sit back here and throw. The leg muscles need to get warmed up to take off like that. You can't just be, all of a sudden I'm out of here. Boom. You need to use all your muscles in your body like the rest of the league. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can be mad at me all you want to. I'm gonna get paid either way. Not from this show either. King says, what if JF1 gets criticism from others like Allen and Hurts gets lauded for? I don't know, man. I can't. King, I literally don't. I think it's the wins. To be honest with you. But Philly fans love Jalen when Jalen performs, but then as soon as he doesn't do or have a good night, they be looking over the fence too. So I heard some few Philly fans going crazy on Jalen I ain't got my boy Berlismo up here. He said mobile quarterback is an additional threat to the defense to honor. Absolutely. It's one more thing to worry about. It seems like the coaches we face, the players we face, and I had shared a clip on X or Twitter earlier today when the St. Brown boys talking. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let me see if I can make it work. Y'all let me know if y'all got this audio at the same time. I started to clip this down for the show, and I was like, I'm being lazy. I already got to do film sessions. I don't want to do clips and stuff at the same time. Blah, blah, blah. So my bad. And turns out we need it. All right, here we go. I want to play this back for y'all. Let me see if I can get it to go or share on the screen. Just because, you know what I'm saying? This is how I rock with y'all. Oh, shoot. That was the wrong button. This is how I rock with y'all. Let's share this. This ain't going to be full screen, but I want y'all to see what these cats is talking about. I clipped this up from the show earlier today. Let's see. Let's do it. Let me know if y'all can hear the audio.
You don't think so? I know so. But yeah, Justin Fields is having a good year. He is. And I hate that he's not, getting respect he deserves. I feel like, I don't know, it's weird how certain players don't get respect they deserve, and some people get like more respect than they deserve. I wonder how that goes. Like, I wonder if it's bias or what the media puts out on people, but like, he's really playing well, and I don't know why people are maybe because of our record. I don't know, but people really be hating on him for no reason. Like I really don't get it. It's just crazy to see sometimes.
Who's hating? What do you mean?
I just feel like not hating, but I'm saying like he's not getting respect that he deserves for how well he's playing. You know, like you look at some of the stats compared to other quarterbacks, like they're getting more recognition than him for being a good quarterback. You know, when he's playing better.
Yeah, I think a lot.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all see the St. Browns having the same discussion we're having, right? The brothers, by the way, shout out to Big EQ, man, because he really gave his brother the smoke on that. I was waiting to see that show. He gave his brother the smoke. He was like, yeah, bro, y'all can't handle us. We got y'all number. Y'all don't want to see us in the third playoff game. Hey, I hope y'all heard that, right? Y'all were able to hear it. Hey, Iron Rod, if you need. Yeah, he was like, bro, he was like, what y'all doing? He's like, see, this is what I'm saying, man. I tell y'all this all the time, bro. In the locker room, it's a wholly different narrative in the locker room about any player in that locker room, right? But they riding with the kid. It's just the 60-40 split between the fan base, right? And then when you talk to fans outside of our fan base, it's like, whatever. Listen, when if we sign another quarterback, then we gonna ride with him. You know what I'm saying? We gonna ride with him. That's our quarterback. But until then, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. I get it. Oh, everybody got the other chick syndrome. They got the grass is greener syndrome. But that's because y'all been sold a bill of goods on a guy that is not going to be playing in college football playoffs. You know what I'm saying? We got the hype coming in. Jaden Daniels won the Heisman Trophy. He's not playing in the playoffs, I don't believe. You got Texas. You got Alabama. You got Michigan. And who's the other team? Ohio State? Like, bro, come on, man. Anyway, y'all know why we getting down. Shout out to my guy Steve-O Speaks in there. Nobody's figured out how to stop a quarterback that can run and throw. But listen, like I said, man, y'all got people. That's what I said. Listen, there's a great saying out there that says, listen, if you stand in the way of progress, you're going to end up on the wrong side of history. And I got the feeling that about 40% of Bears fans are going to be on the other side, the wrong side of history when it's all said and done. And watch this. It's not just going to be Bears fans. It's going to be fans of any franchise that don't like their quarterback because their quarterback is a mobile or running quarterback. The NFL is leading towards this. Take any of the top quarterbacks that we're talking about that's coming out in the draft, and all those kids can go, including Drake May. Argue with whoever. I'm telling you. Even Drake May can go. Argue with whoever. All right, man. Let's get back to this film work. Let's do 2 more drives. Let's see. Hey, watch this. Steve-O. Steve-O, my guy. Steve-O, another person that's been along with me. We've been critical of Luke Gessie, and rightfully so. But y'all saw how excited I was on that one series for Luke Gessie, the last drive. Let's see if he keeps it up. Let's see if the personnel usage continues. Single high safety over here. We're going to be in 3, cover 3 or man coverage. What do we come out in? Oh, we got Mercedes. We got a fullback. Y'all know my guy. I love him. Corey Blasingame back here. This is 21 personnel. Oh, my God. The last series, we used heavy 12 personnel. This series, we're going 21 personnel. Watch out, Steve-O. Oh, crap. Oh, my God. I forget. I don't even know. I don't remember what the results of this play was, but great things happen. We'll just say good things. Let's say good things. Let's end some of the hyperbole. But watch this. Clock control. Game control. What's happening right now? What is your defense doing right now, by the way? You're 21 personnel. You're running the ball. What is your defense doing right now? Guess what? They're sitting on the bench, getting rested, getting water. Not only getting water, guess what the defensive coaches are doing right now? They're going over the film. They get a chance to see looks. If you go 3 and out, all that stuff is out the window. You can't get rested. Your defensive coaches can't look at the film and see what the other team is trying to do to them. This all plays into the course of a game. But if I simply go 21 personnel and run the ball, chunk it out. Let me get to 2nd and 8, not 2nd and 15. Here we go. 2 high safety. I'm running it versus 1, 2 tight ends. Is that Cole right there? Or is that Tunyon? Oh man, is this a 13 personnel look? Oh, holy crap. What got in the loop? Did Luke watch some of my film? That's Tunyon. That's Komet. That's Mercedes. Am my eyes fooling me? Oh, hell no. Luke, 13 personnel. What are we doing? Is this the same coordinator? Two high safety, 13 personnel. They're in tight. What are we doing? That would have been a big play. Let's see if something was there, though. Let's see if something was there. Let's see if something was there and see if Justin missed it. Y'all know I be looking. Two high safety out of 13 personnel. I'm thinking this should be something quick, though. If you're going to throw it, boom. I'm liking this. I'm liking where this is going right here. This is a dig route. Let's see, because that's gonna be scored or miss in my eyes. But watch this. We're gonna take the extra step. We're gonna take the extra step of checking the progression. So let's check the progression. How many misses we got so far? We just scored 0 or none. Y'all put it in the chat. I think the first one was not a miss because we saw the progression was off, right? But if his eyes go left here first, I'm scoring this as a miss. Yep. I'm scoring that as a miss. I'm scoring that as a miss because his eyes went left first. So he probably came off of it way too early. I forget what the other route is, but he did have a dig outside. We're going to go back to this play from the other angle. But his eyes go right. I'm sorry. I said left. Right. His eyes go right first. Y'all seen it? He looked over there. I caught it out the frame. Trying to pause it the right way. Boom. He flashed to the right. So I'm thinking he started right, working his way back left. I'm guessing, but I'm trying to figure out why you didn't stick. Why you didn't stick to that? Probably speed read it. Let's go back to the other angle. Now that I know he looked there, now I can make a real judgment based off of the route combo, what it was. Yeah, too high safety. This guy's backing off or bailing. Was it 2 zone? It's a good call for 2 zone. Boom. I don't know if he's worried about or nervous about this guy. But, trust your arm. Yeah, I don't know. That's a 50-50 call. If I'm being picky, I'm saying drive the ball. You know what I'm saying? On your arm, and at worst, it's a catch and sit. It's a catching, you know what I'm saying? It's a catch and first down. I'm gonna score it a miss. I'm gonna be hard. I'm gonna score it as a miss. Now watch this. The detractors won't even bring that play up. They won't even show that play. I'm just saying. They wouldn't even show that play and score it that way. Like, I'm gonna be picky. Here we go. But this is I'm a lot. Listen, y'all can. I'm okay with y'all. I'm okay with being wrong. I'm okay with y'all disagreeing with me. At least someone might see something totally different. I'm seeing, hey, he looked left. He had whatever he had on route, maybe a clear route and a dig. It's a 50-50 judgment call on you at that point, the quarterback, whether you zip that in there. Now, I'm gonna tell you what comes to mind when I say zip that ball in there. I'm thinking of the Darnell Mooney throw to the sideline where he zipped it past the cornerback and got it through there. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. 12 personnel out of gun. Single high safety cover. I'm going man coverage. Boom. You got, yeah, that's closing the gap right there. You already, this dude is already on you, bro. You ain't thinking about throwing nothing. You ain't thinking about throwing this. You ain't think it was probably there, but that guy's already in his face. You got to make a play. And what I like is not just getting out of the pocket. This is when people say Justin is not special. Is this the same play? It's 11 men, bro. The defenders get played too. Yeah, Cole is here on a delay, but that's 1.5 yards off of him already. The escape is one thing, but the way a 6'3", 220 something pound man runs away from people. This 6'3", 220 something. Bro, in the straight leg race, the DBs is not, come on. That's a race against DBs. That's a lot of man. He ain't gonna be able to do that forever, by the way. So love it while he can. Here we go. 21 personnel. Y'all know how I feel about 21 personnel, 2 high safeties. Right now, you're at a strategic advantage because of why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 man box, and I got all these bodies down here. Right now, numbers wise, you're outmanning them. They're worried about you going deep over their head. So the check got to be on to run this. I don't know what the play was, but I'm running it. And you can fall for it for 8 yards. So what are we again? 2nd and 5. Look at this situational football. You see this up here? See what happened? See what happened when you go 21 personnel, Luke? I will stand on this desk and support Luke all day long when he does stuff like this. By the way, what am I always calling for? I'm sorry, y'all like Coach T, why you keep playing the same play? Cause I keep seeing different things every time. What is my favorite play that I always tell y'all about? The power play. Run power. Run Paula. Block down. Kick out. Block down. Kick out with the guard. How he run his. He kicks out with the guard, leads up with the fullback, I believe. But either way, remember y'all always talking about pulling bodies from this side to get them to that side to give you a numbers advantage. He's running my stuff. Watch the fullback. Watch the guard. Pull the guard. Pull the guard. Boom. See the guard pulling? What does that give you? See the fullback is following him? The guard has this outside guy. These guys are blocking down. The guard has this outside guy. The fullback is supposed to lead up in the hole. And this is supposed to be money. This is big boy football. That's what I've been calling for weeks. Now, see what happened when you get in that situation? Now it's 2nd and 5. You're not behind the chains. Here we go again. Oh, watch this. The rear. What's this personnel grouping? 1 tight end, 2 backs. 21. Is this 21 personnel? 21 personnel again. Out of gun. You don't have to be under center to run 21 personnel. 21 personnel out of gun. Oh, snap. What are we doing? This one doesn't go for great yardage, but I want y'all to see something. Nobody likes playing this way. This is Kyle Shanahan. Diet. This is diet Kyle Shanahan. I'm not gonna go too crazy. Tevin Jenkins pulling. Imagine that. Tevin Jenkins pulling and getting a running start to hit up on people. Clock down, kick out. Same policy. Kick out, pull. Hey, it don't go for a whole lot, but it sends a message. It's these like gut shots, man. These like gut shots in boxing. Like you play this style, you can have a ugly nah. It don't seem like it's the greatest offensive game in it, but you play this style, you're gonna win more than not. Trying to see your personnel is this 11 versus single high safety and man coverage. Who win? We talk about this all the time. Where's the routes winning versus man coverage right here? Boom. Gets a little pick right here. Are your routes winning? Yeah, Tunyon out there getting smoked. He out there getting work. 1st and 10. Let's go. Let's go. Luke. Here you go. 2 tight end, 12 personnel. Listen, what we been talking about, Steve? We've been asking for this. Ripped it. Having all them big bodies out there make you feel like it's like you got security guy. You got a security detail out there. Got all these skinny guys out the game. Stop playing a little skinny boy ball. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this. Man, look at all this beef up in here. Oh, no. Now we running tackle over. Here you see, check that out, Burlismo. Tackle over. That, if I'm not mistaken, that's Nate Davis. That's right. Braxton Jones. Not the tackle over. This is big boy football. Luke Getsy. You know this? You got the guard, Tevin Jenkins, and a tight end. Detroit has to make a decision about what to do about this. Oh my God, they got 3 linemen in this side, 1 lineman, and 2 tight ends. Do we shift our entire defense over to this side to account for this, or do we play it straight up? You're putting the defense in conflict. This is what we're talking about, Luke Getsy. More 12 personnel. Again, think about all the plays they could have run off of this. He gives it right here, but later on in the game, ask me this. Watch this. They're going to run the jet. They're going to run the jet motion out of this. Ask me if this jet motion, if you're watching this on the tape during the game, right? Say you give this play off, you get 2 or 3 yards. You come to the sidelines. You watch this motion. You watch this on the playback. Would you call this play again, but hand it to Darnell Mooney? Watch it. Yes. I'm coming back to the sideline. Hey, what? Oh, it was there? All right, cool. Next drive. Dial it up. Check mark. Let me check this one on my play sheet. I'm calling this one. I'm calling this before the game is over. Maybe not the next drive. Here we go. 12 personnel. Single high safety. Probably man coverage. Cover 3. Probably man coverage. Let's go with man. And I don't like that. Why? Short side of the field. You running it to the boundary. What's like, come on, man. You was in your bag, bro. What are we doing right here? And by the way, this is watch this. This would be maybe a RPO. But why? You got them on their heels. You hitting them in the mouth. RPO, he would probably, it looks like he really does have the option here to run it or pass it. If it was open, he has the option, run it or pass it. But why to the short side of the field? Why? On 2nd and 9. And he probably get pumped back to second, 3rd and 9. So now we're back at 3rd and 9. Now defenses can send pressure. You know what I'm saying? You're about to go in and score. You've been doing great for 2 drives. Good for 2 drives, Luke. 1 play. Takes a sack. Gets a field goal. Come on, man. See how that little small series, 1 play can affect the drive. Down in distance. Now, if you run this ball right here, if you run this play right here and get 4 yards, you go to 3rd and 4th, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. You probably don't even get the next play on 3rd and 9. See how down and distance matters? If you run that ball and you get us to 3rd and 4, then maybe Detroit doesn't, because you gotta pick and choose when to send pressure or not. So if you're gonna get in 3rd and 9, the coordinator has to make a choice. Am I going to send it? This is an easy call for the defensive coordinator. 3rd and 9. I don't want them to score. I'm sending pressure. What do? They send the damn pressure. We get sacked, take a field goal. We should still be driving off of one play. The damn running back, Roshan Johnson, never usually does this. Running back misses the block. He goes here instead of going there. He should have got that. Roshan should have got that. We get sacked. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know what I'm saying? Let me come back to y'all. See what we talking about in the chat. See, it literally one play makes the difference. He's calling a great drive, not taking that away from him. Calling a great drive. Good drive. A good drive. I mean, you know, we like to throw hyperbole out there. He's calling a good drive and one play. Call an RPO to the boundary. I'd appreciate running that to the field, meaning to the wide side of the field where you got more real estate to work with. But one play sets you back 3rd and 9. They blitz on 3rd and 9. Running back missed the block. You got too many elements where you got to be perfect now. Running back missed the blocks, the blitz pick up, sack. We get 3 points instead of 7. These all stack up. And against the great teams, you won't get away with that. You won't get away with it. My man Baki in the building. He said, Coach, I'm sending you some potential center candidates. I would like your opinion. I appreciate that. Definitely send it over, man. I seen the guy. I've been checking out the guy from Miami that ended up getting hurt, ACL injury, out for the season. Forget his name. Mills? I'm seeing the face, not drawing the name right now. You know what I'm saying? Literally one play. But at least I'm trying to see how you felt about that. I don't know what you said or she said about the one read that I scored as a miss. I scored as a miss. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. I just like to see y'all talking like this, man. See, this is what you get at Chicago Bears 360. I don't know what y'all doing on the, you know what I'm saying? This is how we talk over here, man. Kobe in here. We in here talking about slants, quarters, backside. This is the football nerd space. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I like it. You know what I'm saying? I found my people. I found my people. You know what I'm saying? I was cool. He said, oh, yeah, there you go. So I meet around the section. Kobe saying he was cool to no throw on the inside dig. I believe it's the inside dig to DJ. He was cool with the no throw. Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. It's a 50-50 call. I'm just being hard because I know my detractors who watch show on the playback. Coach T, you know what I'm saying? He just taking it easy on Justin Fields. Yeah, I probably don't care. But even if I graded it hard, I'm still telling y'all there's going to be only 3 to 4, 2 to 3 no throws in the game. People act like it's just exclusively to Justin Fields, but go watch other quarterbacks play. Watch their tape, and you count how many no throws they have. That's what I'm saying. I watch film all the time. It's not just Justin film. So Ron Narcy said Fields is getting a lot better. Yeah, he played a decent game, Ron. He played a decent game. I'm gonna say, did we light it up? He played a decent to good game right here. I feel like Luke's calls, his play style and his play calls was elevated between last game and this game. They elevated. And let me say this. His play style was totally different from the first Detroit game to this game. We did a lot of heavy 11 personnel in the first Detroit game. So I will give Luke a check mark, a plus mark for the adjustments from game to game. This is the progress that we have been asking for. Just like people wanted to see progress with Justin Fields, this is the progress from Luke Getsy that we've been asking for. So people to think I just get on here and just talk about him to give excuses for Justin Fields and just rant. No, you see it. Empirical visual evidence. Empirical visual evidence. He had a good game calling. He called a good game. He had moments. That was one. So you would equate what Luke just did on that drive to like a missed throw. That's a missed call on his call sheet. That was a wasted play. Should have never been called. The rollout RPO should have never called. He had a moment. You know what I'm saying? He had a moment. Already been held in y'all hostage for about an hour and 30 minutes now. So let's get back to the film. Y'all know I hate these 2-hour shows, bro. Hate these 2-hour shows. But I love ball, though. Love ball. Man, I watched the high school game last night, man. Supported our local team, Stockbridge Tigers, which I have an opportunity. As a matter of fact, I got to go talk to coach next week. I'm going to give them a chance to recover from this L they just took last night. Man, I saw some great high school football last night. But obviously, I just couldn't sit there and enjoy it as a fan, man. It was so many things that I was like, oh man, I wish I could just whisper this in his ear offensively. You know what I'm saying? When you call plays, you got to have the next setup play. You got to have the next two plays with that same look already in mind. And when they start shutting down your primary look, you got to go to your contingency looks. You got to go to your contingency plays. Sometimes we as coordinators, we get stuck on the primary of what we do. But you got to have good people around you. Be like, hey, coach, it's there. Call the contingency. Call the other play that we put in the play sheet. I know it's there. We practice it. See, this is one thing about coordinators. They will not argue with you during the game. If you tell them to call a play that y'all practice during the week that's on their call sheet, right? And you've done the work and be like, hey, coach, listen, they're in this look. You give them details and say, hey, run your this that you practice off the call sheet. Because if you're an assistant, you study it just as much as the coordinator, the play sheet. If you know what's on this play sheet too, you come to them at a break or halftime, like, hey, man, your counter is there. Run your counter. Bro would have ran his counters last night. I think they would have probably ended up with a ship. But they had a couple bonehead special teams play. Here we go, 11 personnel. Third drive. This is really your script, Luke. This is really your script. So far, you're doing well. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to tell you something. And watching this earlier before, I believe this is the drive that I would have called Luke's best drive of the season. For whatever reason, it just felt. This is what we talk about, feeling the game. As I was watching the tape before, this drive felt good until. And I want y'all to see it in action. 11 personnel versus single high safety pressed up. This is man coverage for sure. Here we go. They go to a 5-man front look. They probably sending pressure. Boom. Mesh. What's open? Boy, quit playing. Luke Getsy, quit playing. What's the coaching equivalent of erection right now? What is the pause? What is the coaching equivalent of an erection? I want y'all to see this, man. Now, I'm going to be critical and complimentary of this play at the same time. I'm going to show you how it played out and how Luke put these linebackers in this man coverage, put these linebackers, or cover 3, whatever they shifted to, how he put these linebackers in the blender. Luke better call this play again this week, but he better capitalize on it. Shift, cover 3. No. Yeah. We'll see how it looks. It's either man or cover 3. But watch this. I'm gonna pause it. You got the delay right here, block delay. But I want y'all to pay attention to this. Mercedes comes off and he comes to the middle. Boom. These guys are conflicted. Linebackers got to respect that. You got one guy underneath and you got Cole on this stairs like route right here. They're conflicted. This guy has to respect that. You're running these guys off. And look how many people open. See, people that don't do film study or my detractors, they'll be like, oh, this one person was open. Look how many people open right here. Y'all count the numbers. 1, 2, 3. Watch this. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be picky. Although it's just a great play call, I'm going to be picky. If the progression read was left to right, meaning it started here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, I'm having this guy right here. I'm having this guy on the deep dig inside or a post. I might run him towards this guy on the post, but probably a deep dig. It's going 1, 2. I would have had a guy right here. I'll have this guy right here coming inside right now. So if this wouldn't have been open, if this guy would have trailed right here, he would have had this guy. He would have had this guy or this guy or that guy. I'm being picky. I would have had this guy coming across here. That's what I'm talking about. Moving the window, moving the route towards the window. Top, middle, side. All the routes are coming into Justin's windows for easy reads, easy completions. But explosive. Chunk play. I ain't mad at you, Luke. I ain't mad at you, cuz. I ain't got no smoke for you on that one. I don't. I ain't got no smoke for you. Here we go. After a big chunk play, what did you do? Comes out, 12 personnel. What does he do? 12 personnel, 5-6 yard game. Okay. Second and 6. I'm going to let it run. Hold on a second. Let's count the personnel. 2nd and 6. 21 personnel. What does he do? Oh, we eating. We eating. Y'all know the rule. 4 or more. We run it or run something like it again. 4 or more, we run it again. First down, you got 4 yards. This down, what you get? You got 3 more. Okay. Now this comes out 11 personnel. It's a sort of empty look. It's an empty look. This one right here is where he started getting a little bit. I don't know what you're doing. What are we doing, Luke? I mean, I like the result, but you got running backs averaging 4.5 yards per carry. Deontay Foreman during this game, 4 yards per carry. You can save your quarterback that hit. And what does he do? Piss down your leg. Coach 30. Shout out to Coach 30. Piss down your leg. Luke was having the best drive. Luke was having the best drive of the game. He was putting together the best drive I've seen all season. And what did you do, Luke? You pissed down your leg, bro. What are you doing? Oh, my God. I can't let him end on. I got to give Luke one more drive. I can't let him end on that. I just got to leave some good juju in the air for him. I got to see what y'all said about this. That was crazy to me. Bear say y'all smarter himself. from the point of from that point in the first half. You had a great drive going, Luke. That could have been your best drive of the season. Your best drive of the season. I just want y'all to see something real fast too, by the way. Yeah, this is for the haters. Yeah, that's for the haters. Yeah, gotta get some fresh. That's for the haters, man. What are we doing? And there goes until. Right. What are we doing? Come on, man. Come on, Luke. The crazy part about that is in the quarterback run, and then the fourth down play, there were a bunch of plays that he had run prior to that in the previous drive that Detroit couldn't stop if they wanted to. Think about the previous drives and all the plays Luke had run prior to in the previous drive that Detroit couldn't stop if they wanted to. And you went with that. Come on, man. You need to be on the Come On Man feature on the one show that they do. Come on, man. I'm gonna get Derek up here. Why, Luke? Why? I agree, Derek. Why? You had so many successful plays to pick from. But I'm picking. And watch this. That's not a Justin Fields take. That's not a Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? Observation and analysis right there. That is a come on, bro. What are we doing? Steve was saying, and that's why we so hard on guessing, because we all know until it's coming, whether it's drive to drive, whether it's play to play, drive to drive, or game to game. Again, against the great teams. This is why Detroit is in trouble, because Luke had a good day against the great teams. The great teams are going to see the first game we played Detroit and the second game we played Detroit, and they're going to know how to beat Detroit. Detroit is not going nowhere. People talk about replicating the Patriots and what Brady did. They don't realize Brady teams always had physical run game. If it wasn't top of the league, they were always physical. Absolutely. This is Chicago, bro. It's going to be 2 degrees, 2 on the lake versus Atlanta and versus who else coming to the city? Who else coming to Chicago? Atlanta and Arizona. It's going to be 2 degrees on the lake. Luke, if you come out here with the same strategy and build upon that, you watch your own film and see, oh, man, I shouldn't have called this here. I shouldn't have called the rollout RPO. I shouldn't have called the run the quarterback up the middle, pitch toss out of the Chicago push formation. If I take those out, I'm cooking with grease. I'm cooking with Crisco. Man, SunTrust making me say, he's, hey, coach, your next film should be on the Browns and the Ravens. Absolutely. Absolutely. Berlismo, let's do that on Thursday. We're going to do the Browns. We're going to do some Browns film, in some sort or some look, and look at how we can attack the Browns with this particular play style too. If Luke calls the play style like he did in this game, how would the Browns fare against that? Because that's what essentially you do when you're game planning for a particular game. Let me give y'all one more drive, man. We're going to go fast. I know I said I'm going to get y'all out here, man, but I can't end on that, man. I got to leave some good juju out there for Luke. I can't because I'm feeling okay. I know he wet the bed on that last drive, but oh man, yeah, somebody said it. He had I'm not gonna show the bad drive he had before half. I'm gonna go to a decent one. That was another bad drive. After that, it felt funny. The momentum shifted. I think Detroit had got back in the game just before half after that drive, and this is how we come out. This is how we come out. I want to leave Luke with some good juju on the show. Here we go. You think you think somebody said something in his end, he figured out? Because here we go. See all them bodies on the line of scrimmage. They can't do, there's no adjustment for they can't stop us. Put all them bodies on the line of scrimmage and just ball. Football would play itself. The game would call itself if you let it. You're not going to outsmart the game, Luke. Here we go. Here we go. 21 personnel. Oh, play action off 21 personnel. Oh. Man, we haven't called for that before. The game would call itself, man. It's a certain style that we have to play. Here we go. Back under center. Back under center. What's this? 13. It's tight end. Yep. Back under center. 21 personnel again. Good duck down. Khalil Herbert got smashed right there, though. Good duck down, but he got smashed. Got to keep your head on the swivel, my boy. I like the formation. Here we go. 11 personnel. I think this is a Valus catch. Sit down. This is what I'm talking about. So this is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about Tyler Scott earlier. Now, if Detroit brings pressure, you got to just know to sit down. You just got to know to sit down. Oh, look, watch this. That's what I was talking about earlier with Tyler Scott. You just got to know. Pressure came from your side. Just sit down. You're going to get a ball. You're going to be open. It's a great job by Valus right there. Great job by him. Maybe it starts some momentum for him. Here you go, Luke. You're driving. You're driving again, Luke. I guarantee you it's going to be one play. One play is going to mess this whole drive up. Let's see if it was the call or a player. This is fun. Let's see if it's a call or a player that jacks this drive up. Here we go. 2 tight ends, 1 running back, 12 personnel. See, we've been in 12 personnel throughout this whole game, pretty much. I don't like that throw, Justin. I don't know why. Hold on. Let's go back a play. I want to nitpick here. Because remember I was grading hard from the first half. And how many pass ups did I give up? How many pass ups did I score in the first half? 1. And I graded that hard. Y'all remember that, right? I graded it hard. I was being very critical. And some of you said, I'm not scoring that as a miss. I'm not scoring that as a turn down. Okay, I'm being critical. We're already in the second half. It's only 1. Let's see if we can find another. Maybe here. Maybe the deep ball. Maybe here. Throw this earlier. I'm being critical. I'm being hard, guys. Maybe he's trying to get the deep play. Is that 85? That Cole Kmet? I'm being critical. I'm giving him a shot. Cole Kmet 1-on-1? Nah. I'm taking my chances on that. I'm watching it like they watch it in the film room. If I'm Luke, I'm saying, yeah, pull the trigger on that. Let's give our big tight end a shot. Yeah. He's a little frustrated. I think Cole was a little bit frustrated with that. Was that Cole? Yeah. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I'm taking that shot. I'm saying it's still a 50-50 call on it, but I'm taking the shot. Trust your arm, man. You got an big accurate arm. Trust it, bro. Let it go. If I'm in the room, I'm not fussing at him. I'm just saying, hey, man, look. Bro, let it go. 2nd and 10. You get the quick out. What did they give us? 4 on that one? They gave us 2 yards on that? That was the mark for that? That's crazy. 3rd and 8, we in trouble. When we in 3rd and long, they probably gonna send pressure. This probably was the drive killer right here. Yep, they sent pressure. No, DJ got that one. So we moved the change. There had to be a drive killer right here. Bayless drawing a pass interference call. Dude tried to blow through Bayless's back. How did we not score a touchdown here? 1st and 10. 11 personnel. 1st and 10. I'm going back with 12 personnel. I'm running the ball on 1st down. They can't stop us on 1st down. Tyler gets points. How did we not score here? It's a pretty good drive, by the way. 12 personnel under center. Come on, Khalil, man. What are you doing, bro? See? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, Khalil? I said, let's see if it's a player or the call. What are we doing? That's an NFL hole right there. That's an NFL touchdown. That's an NFL touchdown right there. Come on, man. That's an NFL touchdown. He gon' that shit. Now you got what? Second to goal with 11 personnel. Yeah, he leads that a little bit inside, but somebody said he should put that a little bit more inside. But I think if you throw that inside, it's a potential that it gets picked off. I like the ball location on that. That's nobody's fault. You just NFL guys, the DVs get played too. I'm mad about the run right there. Khalil's got to score a touchdown right there. Nothing was open. That's how we got there. We got there because you got the running back pass up a hole. So anyway, man, back to y'all. Man, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. It's Coach T with you. The Chicago Bears 360 with your boy Coach T, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's 27 in the chat, man, for almost 2 hours, man. Look at here. We'll be back Thursday with my man Berlismo on the show. I appreciate y'all, man. I don't have a drunk uncle award to give because I ain't really on that right now. I'll leave that to my guests. Berlismo will get to give out the drunk uncle on Thursday, man. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, watching film. You know what I'm saying? Some football nerd stuff. Y'all see crazy, going crazy. I give Luke Getsy his props when he put it. When Luke Getsy does his thing, I'll be gladly give it up to him. But you know what I'm saying? How many drives? I want to go back to this because people think I'll just be giving a pass. I had two plays where I felt like a 50-50 plays for Justin, and he has one, and I didn't look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 4 or 5 drives left. 2 50-50 plays where he could have, tried to squeeze it in there. It is what it is, man. But trying to be a little bit and trying to be fair, man. But anyway, I'll check y'all out on Thursday with Release Me on the show, man. Y'all tap in 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Tell somebody, tell a friend, man. Y'all come over and hang out with me. We're gonna see y'all next time. It's Coach T, and I'm out, man. Beers up and bear down. Bear down.